78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share the video. Let's talk about it then. A lot of controversy surrounding this Kevin Hart's roast on Netflix. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Congratulations on his situation going on with Netflix. But let's talk about some of the highlights. I can't talk about everything, of course, but we're going to talk about some of the highlights on Netflix. First, before we get to the controversy, you have Cat Williams, a lifetime known enemy of Kevin Hart. I was about to say Kevin Durant. That's why I keep stumbling, because I got a bad habit. My name Kevin, so whenever I talk about another Kevin, I always think of Kevin Durant and Kevin Garnett every time. So anyway, Kevin Hart has an issue with Cat Williams. Cat Williams accuses Kevin Hart of being an industry plant, a coon, and all that kind of stuff, right? And, Kevin wasn't expecting, according to the script, he wasn't expecting for Cat Williams to pop out on him. But Cat Williams showed up. Netflix got Cat Williams to pop out and surprise. Allegedly. I say surprise allegedly because you never know. They all could have been in on this. He could have known prior, whatever. I don't know. But Cat Williams pops up and says, he goes in. Great, real good set. Great performance by Cat Williams. Talked about their past beef. Talked about Kevin Hart being at Diddy parties and all that kind of stuff. A lot of good jokes. Now, at the end of that segment, Kevin Hart says to Cat Williams, because Cat was trying to leave, and he said, "Hey man, look, let's just squash the beef, man. You know, I love you, man, but I want to be friends and all that kind of stuff, man. Can we put an end to the feud?" And I'm sure all of y'all have seen it on YouTube by now, or on Netflix. And Cat Williams shook his hand, they hugged, and then they went their separate ways. So it was a beautiful moment for black men and black folks in general when it comes to conflict resolution, because we know our community absolutely sucks at conflict resolution in these times. But it was a good moment for them. After that, other highlights and the things that can lead to controversy now is Cheryl Underwood. The lovely Cheryl Underwood, the legendary female comic, was there. And a lot of people took shots. A lot of the speakers took shots at her husband, her former husband, her ex-husband, who, unalived himself. That man unalived himself for a variety of different issues he had going on. But this happened in 1990. It's now 2026. So it happened in 1990. But from my understanding and from what Cheryl Underwood said, is that each comedian, because the writer, this is how the roast works for the most part. You have a writer, and he writes roasts for all of the people that's going to be there, because only the writer knows who's going to be there. So he writes different jokes for each contestant or each person that's going to be there. And then the other comedians have to come up there and they have to regurgitate what he's saying, read the teleprompter, and they might be able to add in a few things there on their own, but you have a writer for the most part. So the writer and other people, when they got the information, oh man, this is a crazy joke. So they reached out to Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl, is this okay? Because I see in the script, I'm supposed to say X, Y, Z about your husband. Is this real or is this fake? And Cheryl, according to our report, said it's fine. It's comedy. All right. Now, so Cheryl Underwood, a lot of people felt like, I seen TMZ talking about it. They said, well, they felt like the jokes were overboard. They shouldn't have been talking about her deceased husband. I understand both perspectives on that. If Cheryl Underwood is a comedian, if she's okay with it, then I'm like, okay, well, just let the sister, let her live. She's a comedian. She got a different sense of humor than the rest of us. Another big controversial situation was The Rock. Now, mind you, this is not controversial to me. It's controversial to everybody else. But The Rock, we all know, is good friends with Kevin Hart. They got that bromance thing going on, right? which Cat Williams took a shot at that too. And Cat Williams said a bromance is when two Hollywood dudes is actually having secret relations with each other, right? So that was hilarious. But with The Rock took a lot of flirting with Kevin Hart's wife, who was in the crowd, and some people felt like that was distasteful because The Rock is flirting with Kevin Hart's wife, right? Then you have people who didn't like the fact that The Rock used the R word, and it's so sad that I can't say the R word because somebody's gonna say, "Oh my God, oh this is the," somebody's gonna be offended by me just using the word. So just imagine the word "tard" and putting "re" in front of it, okay? Because Rock used the word "tard" with "re" in front of it, which is ridiculous that I gotta explain it this way. It's supposed to be a country with free speech. People run around using the N word, but I can't say the R word because that's somehow blasphemy. So anyway, people was offended by that. Kevin Hart cracked up the whole time. Everybody was into the Rock whole situation. The Rock was trying to get Kevin Hart to do some zesty stuff. That was another point of controversy. When where The Rock was telling Kevin Durant's wife, oh my God, I just said Kevin Durant again. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate speaking on other Kevins. I really do, because I'm the only Kevin that matters. The rest of them is Kevin Durant to me, or Kevin Garnett. So I'm always gonna get them confused. But anyway, Kevin Hart's wife took a lot of shots from The Rock, and then The Rock also, like I said, used the R word, the tired with the RE in front of it. But he was also doing a lot of zesty stuff, like telling Kevin to come sit on his lap. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come sit on my lap. I got something to tell you. I want you to get real close. Come sit on my lap, Kevin. And see, I can't do it. I can't. Because my name is Kevin, I just can't leak my name to no weird stuff. So anyway, y'all get the point what I'm talking about. If you watched it, you know what I'm saying. So it was a very weird, awkward situation, but it was funny. Right? You had other comedians, right? Telling Kevin Hart, don't do it. Shane Gillis, who was the host, I thought did a good job. He as a host. I thought he was authentic and real and stuff like that. But the theme for him all night was people was calling him a racist. All of the comedians that got up and stood up was saying that Shane is a racist. He a racist, right? So that was kind of funny. Tom Brady showed up. Now, I believe Tom Brady had one of the greatest roasts I've ever seen on Netflix. If you haven't seen the Tom Brady roast on Netflix, I don't know what you're doing with your life. If you like roast, right? Because roasting and regular comedy is two different things, right? In my opinion. Roasting is the extreme version of stand-up comedy. Extreme, right? You know how like you can watch a go to Corn Hub, right? You're watching you a flick, right? Ain't nobody in the house, you about to get that good jerk in, right? Ain't nobody in the house, you about to watch you a good corn movie. So you got the standard corn, right? With a storyline, a script, and people can't act, but they pretend like they can. Oh my God, I just stuck my head in the washer machine. Can you ever help me to get out of this washing machine? And they're always the same. You know what's gonna happen. Some dude gonna come behind her. I got something for that. Whatever. You already know what's gonna happen. Then you have the other section of hardcore corn, where somebody taking all kinds of hellified doo-doos on other. Like, what is this? That's doo-doo. Nobody want to see this, right? But it's the same genre. It's just it's different. One is normal. One is extreme. The same thing happens in comedy. In comedy, you have stand-up comedians that are edgy. Some of them that are more lightweight, PG-13 type comedies, like Sinbad or Bill Cosby versus Eddie Murphy and Red Fox or Richard Pryor. That's different, totally different. But they're all comedians, so that's my point. But so a lot of people took issue with a lot of things on this situation on the roast. I didn't have a problem with the roast. I thought it was funny. I thought Tom Brady's was probably funnier, but I did like uh, the host. Um, Tom Brady came on and tried to get his revenge against Kevin Hart, and I didn't really like Tom Brady's. To me, honestly, I thought he was trying too hard to be tough. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna do. It just seemed too overacted, overly scripted. You know what I'm saying? With Tom Brady, but it was good though. Jeff Ross is always funny, roast master. You know what I'm saying? Um, Chelsea Handler was there. She did good. She took a lot of jokes about her being a 304. A lot of people was calling her all kinds of 304s and who she dated and slept with. Pete Davidson was there. He did his thing or whatever. Um, the theme for him was everybody said he was a wannabe black person. Lizzo was there, shockingly, and she was looking gorgeous, beautiful dress, and Lizzo was just shining, looking good. Lizzo was looking beautiful. She took some joy. She had a good sense of humor because I think it was Shane Gillis called Lizzo a fat B, right? It had the crowd going crazy, right? Um, but it was funny because Lizzo reacted to it in a funny way. If Lizzo didn't react the same way, if Lizzo took offense, then I think other people would have been offended. But she did good. Draymond Green was there, and of course, everybody gonna make fun of the name Draymond Green. Oh, Steph, I'm surprised you made it here. Steph Curry couldn't be here, but Steph Curry was spotted carrying you all the way here. That type of time. They were doing jokes like that about him. Usher pulled out. Regina Hall, love Miss Regina Hall. She looked nervous though. Regina Hall looked nervous the entire time. I don't know if she was nervous because of Cat Williams was gonna come, or she was nervous about what people was gonna say about her. But she looked like she was hyperventilating. Like whenever the camera went on Regina Hall, she clearly looked scared, and I think that's why most of the day is pretty much nobody really took shots at her because she totally looked uncomfortable. She was terrified. Like, oh my God, please don't. You know how when you was back in school, in middle school, high school, and the whole class going around ribbing each other. It's always like them people who don't, I don't want to play this game. Leave me alone. That type of time. That was Regina Hall for sure. You know what I'm saying? The Tony dude, I forgot his last name, but he like I forgot his last name. But anyway, the thing for him was they was calling him like a racist. They was calling him a zesty Trump supporting racist, basically. So that was his thing. Tiana Taylor came out there looking stunning. My God, Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor came. That woman's body is diabolical. I ain't gonna say diabolical because that's a bad thing. Her body is dangerous. Let me say it that way. That if you tell me you work out without saying you work out, Tiana Taylor's body is insane. Venus and Serena Williams came out there and did their thing. It was a good roast, real good roast. But let's talk about all this controversy and give you my thoughts on it. Okay, me personally, I think the controversy is overblown. I know that some people. I seen Steven Jackson. I want to play the clips, but I'm afraid to play any of the clips because YouTube don't give me the privileges that they give other channels. Right? I play a clip, and all of a sudden I'm in some type of violation. Even if I'm doing a reaction, it's some type of violation, depending on who I'm reacting to, right? And depending on what I'm talking about. So, Steven Jackson, former NBA player and relative of George Floyd, took issue with the Tony Cat that I was just talking about. He said he made a joke about George Floyd. What did he say? He said something to the effect of something. I'm paraphrasing. Something to the effect that George Floyd is in the afterlife. He said George Floyd is in the afterlife, laughing at this roast, saying that he can't breathe, something like that. So Steven Jackson took issue with it, right, for sure. Some people thought that the jokes on Cheryl Underwood's skin tone was out of bounds, and this and that, right? So this is my opinion on the whole situation. It's a comedy roast. Listen, I'm very sensitive when it comes to black issues and people disrespecting my people, right? But if my people are gonna sit in a dais with these folks, and it's allowed for them to be racist. If the production team is telling them be racist, say something racist, talk about black, talk about Israel, talk about Mexicans, talk about if you're being promoted to do that because you're trying to have shocking content, then you have to take the good with the bad, right? I remember the Lisa Lampanelli roast. This woman called Flavor Flav a California raisin. She said Flavor Flav, that was some of the funniest stuff I ever heard in my life. Was it racist? Sure. Absolutely. But it's a roast, and it's going to be racist stuff in the roast. So now, we talk about white folk all the time in roast. All the time. Chelsea Handler, she got the business up at the roast. Oh, all you do is take black Peter Weeder up your mouth. She got BET. They say Chelsea Handler got a BET award, Lifetime Achievement Award for how many black things she had, right? So this is a part of comedy, especially extreme comedy. Now, extreme comedy might not be your thing. You might like regular comedy or soft comedy, whatever. But then some people like extreme comedy. They like edgy stuff that's going to push the needle, upset people, things that are taboo, right? And I find it hilarious to me that all these people scream freedom of speech, scream rights for this and rights for that, right? They're trying to take away our rights. But at the same time, you're trying to take away some of the most basic rights like freedom of speech. Now, sure, if somebody racist, if you have a problem with it, step to them and slap them. Get rid of them. What are we talking about here? You want the racist to change. You can't change a racist mind. You asking for the racist to lie to you and say, oh, no, not me. Listen, I see my error in my ways and I want to change. That's not how it works. If this person is a racist, truly, that's who they are. So if you got a problem with it, stop letting Judd the Builder, ain't that his name? Stop letting Judd the Builder run around in the black community, calling everybody chimps and all this stuff, and he recording videos and ain't nobody did nothing. But then y'all come on the internet and want to act like y'all so pro-black, talking about what we need to do. Oh man, we need to cancel this one and cancel that one. No, I'm sorry. I ain't worried about it. It's comedy. It's extreme comedy. Yes, some of it is offensive, but that's the whole point of it. What y'all want to do? You want to watch Barbie all day? Jam, truly amazing, amazing. Jam is my name. No one else is the same. Y'all want to watch Jam? What you want to watch? I'm trying to figure it out. Because we turned into a society that's super duper soft, where can't nothing be said. And like I said, I ain't never about to be on here defending no racist, ever. A racist is a racist, and I don't rock with it. My point is, don't have selective outrage. Don't tell me that it's okay for Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez to come out here and say some racist, disrespectful stuff. You got excuses about them. But then, way, way far away in a whole other land, somebody has offended you because they said something about George Floyd. Really? But Ryan Garcia said something about George Floyd too. But no, OG, it's different because like Ryan, shut up, bro. Shut up. I don't want to hear this mess. Ryan Garcia running around here right here. That's your boy. Y'all defend him. He a stone cold racist and a drug cheat. And he been running around here with Gorlock the Gooch. Now, Gorlock is a transformer. More than meets the eyes. See what I'm saying? Gorlock got pickle juice in the panties. Just so y'all know. Just so we clear, right? What's going on with Gorlock. Ryan Garcia has been running around with Gorlock. Ain't nobody said nothing about it. Ain't nobody criticized him. Ain't nobody bashed him or shamed him. Nothing. He got away with it scot-free. No problemo. But y'all want to come on here whining about Killer Mike, whining about Ice Cube, and anybody else that upset y'all about anything y'all don't understand. But anyway, man, the rest of it I say for my Patreon where it matters. Check me out on Patreon, y'all. Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. That's Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there and get some of that good game where we cook. You know, dig? Also, check me out on Rumble. I got a Rumble page. It's up. It's an upstart Rumble page. I'm gonna be doing more content like this instead of doing this type of content mostly on YouTube. I'm gonna be doing more of it on Rumble, more controversial type of things on Rumble, and of course my Patreon gonna be the most grimiest, the most gutter, and the most authentic version. But check me out, subscribe to all, catch me on all my social media platforms. No 304 Show right here on YouTube as well. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. I'm up out of here though. Deuces.